Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel and welcome back to the main account on the main Runescape free game. So in this video, we're going to be covering a couple of things. One is going to be a moneymaker. We're going to be buying a pretty expensive item in the hopes it's going to make us a little bit of money from AFKing. Also, from the process of doing this AFKing, I'm hoping to achieve 100,000 last wills to be doing that opening. I promised you guys a week ago. Now, the method we're going to be doing is divination, and divination is one of those skills which I still need to get to 200 mil, still need to train it. And the memory dowser has come down a little bit in price. So what we're going to do in this video is sort of talk through what my setup is going to be. It's kind of like a little bit of how I'm going to get to 200 mil divination and also purchasing the memory dowser. And this is the method I'm going to be doing for AFK last will. So it's a couple of different things all thrown into one for this video. So yes, this is going to be a little breakdown of how I'm planning to train my divination to 200 mil. The memory dowser is pretty big in terms of an update. It's an item which comes from the Gates of Buisness, and basically what it lets you do, when you harvest a divination memory, it gets automatically processed into energy. So you don't have to go to the rift and dump your energy in there. It's automatically done in process, which means you don't have to use things like muscle pouches. It just means it's nice and streamlined, and it means you're continuously doing divination, and it makes it incredibly AFK. Now, the memory dowser, in my opinion, is one of the reasons that the incandescent energies now really aren't that much in terms of GP, or what they used to be anyway. In the good old days, there used to be about 12-13 mil per hour to do incandescent energies. Now it's going to be about 5 to 6 mil, but it's still going to be a really good and especially really AFK method. Now, if you don't want to do things like the memory dowser, there is still a very good option as well. Well, there's two really good options. One is the muscle pouch, but also you can use the archaeology wreck divine conversion, where you pretty much go and dump all of your energy into the rift all at once. So you're not having to sort of use your energy one by one, which is a little bit annoying. You can go and use it all in one big go, so you can go and get your energy a lot quicker. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. Hopefully through this all as well, I can pick up a couple of clan confections. So what the real reason I'm doing divination for is because it's very good for things like notepaper and also these clan confections, because it has a continuous sort of XP drop. Skills which have continuous XP drops like mining, archaeology, very similar skills to that, are normally the ones which will produce more and more of the wrapping paper or also the last wills, because you're having continuous actions and continuous XP drops. So that was the plan with divination, and to be fair, I'm a little bit bored of mining and woodcutting because that's what I've been AFKing a lot this year. So I think it's about time we go and actually buy the memory dowser. Now, when I was last looking to buy this, it was actually somewhere like 800 mil, but it has come down, so 440 mil, which is still very steep. Now, don't get me wrong, if I wasn't looking to AFK as much as I am, I would 100% use divine conversion. It is very, very good. And the fact that you just simply go and collect your energy and throw them all into the rift in one big go is very nice. This is just a little bit more AFK, and with the fact I'm going to be starting 2 new series on the channel very, very soon, I want to pay as little attention to the main account as possible. So there we go, 430 mil, which definitely means I've been merged, but you know, it's an item I've wanted for a long, long time because I do think it's very, very nice. So in terms of the other stuff I'm going to go and bring, I'm going to go and kit out for divination, and then we'll come back and update on what we're looking to do. Now we're ready to go and do a bit of divination. Let's talk through divination in terms of the skill and the moneymaker. So we've mentioned before that there's a couple of ways of doing divination. But one method I wouldn't recommend is to go and use your energy on the rift individually. I would go and push for 98 divination to go and get divine conversion. Divine conversion is such a big upgrade. Now, the Nightmare Muscle Pouch is a massive thing for divination because it means that the Nightmare Pouch acts as a second invo, which means when your invo is full of energy, it's just going to simply go into the Nightmare Muscle Pouch, and you also use energy from the Muscle Pouch in the rift when you go and use it. So that is the first method I recommend, is using divine conversion. The other one is using the Divine-O-Matic. What this basically does is charge empty divine charges into divine charges, which is basically where you're using your energy. You get no energy, but you get full divine charges, which you can sell on the Grand Exchange, which is a decent profit. I think the divine charges is a little bit less per hour because you're going to have to spend a little bit of GP to go and buy the empty divine charges, but it is a very good method. You don't have to go to the rift because basically what you're gathering by charging your divine charges is going to be your energy. And then finally is the memory dowser, but the memory dowser is very much out there. I would really not recommend using a memory dowser unless you're going to heavily AFK. You are happy to take a little bit of a loss, and also you're going to be doing divination for the foreseeable because that's the only way it's going to pay. And also as well, incandescents may not actually be the best one to go and use this at. All the other energies are a lot better priced, and energies are weird, like depending on what's sort of happening in the game, they can spike and they can go down, very similar to archaeology material. Sometimes there's no pattern, there's no reason why energies will be a certain price, Some of the low level stuff, because it's so niche and used in a few like quest storylines or mini quests, can spike as well and be like a couple hundred GP more than the top tier. Everyone goes to Incandescence for the XP, and just because they presume it's better, a lot of the lower level ones can be better GP anyway. But where I'm going to sort of sit myself mostly is going to be Incandescence again, because I am looking for the XP as well as the GP. And this method is going to be roughly between 5 and 6 mil per hour, depending on the price of the energy. If the energy is up in price, Incandescence can be better. If it's lower in price, it can be worse. But when I actually do my last war video, I'm going to kind of merge this divination video again when we go and do all our divine wills loots, because I can tell you guys where I've been in terms of energy, which one I think was the best one to go to, which one I made the most GP at. So this is kind of half a video and other half of like main account progress, and then we'll do the other half where we sort of wrap up what we've actually made in terms of GP, along with the sort of like last wills video as well, because that's the only reason I'm really doing this, is because the last wills could be a way to make a bit of profit. And because of that, that's why I want to go and do a little bit of divination. And also because we've got a couple of series coming. So 7A Bond will be doing something very similar to this. I'm going to bond him and sort of set him up to go and do a little bit of last wills hunting, because I think it can be a good way to earn some GP and also pay for his bond. And then on the side of that as well, I'm going to be playing Escaping Free to Play, where we're going to go and give a full 2 weeks into members and give a full crack onto that. But as you can see here, the memory dowser is still as good as it's ever been, and you'll see by my info, I actually don't have any memories. All these memories are going straight into the rift. So you can see just how AFK it is. Now, one thing I would say, which I've not actually done yet, but I'm going to go and do very shortly, go onto a divination world. Now, one thing I've noticed from like being an Iron Man is that the sheer bump up in both energy and enriched wisps and just simply XP from being on a divination world is massive. So let's go and jump on and find it, and we'll update when we're back. So level 79 is the one which gets to most population. So I'm going to go on there. I'm sure there'd be like a UK or an EU one, but 79 will do for now. And we can just sort of like have a little bit of a chat for the rest of the videos. Also, mentioned it before, 6 mil per hour is roughly what I'm going to aim for here. But again, I'm going to go do a little stint at both Incandescence. I'm going to do a stint at the Luminous. I'm basically going to go through all the divination energy and just see which one I think is the best GP, because as you can see here, it is incredibly AFK. The memory dowser is worth the price just simply because I can not have to look. Now, with more people, you can notice here the life on the wisp can sort of expand, which means that you can be a lot more AFK. You don't have to just simply click after your wisp is dead. More often than not, you'll be able to get by with just one click, depending on how many people are here, for a good 5 minutes. So that is why you need to use a divination like community world. You can see here the enrich is at full health because so many people are on it. The more people are on wisps, the sort of like longer the life is. So that is going to make divination a lot more AFK. And then the other part of this as well, I want to see how many like last wills I can get in terms of spending a week here, maybe 2 weeks here. I might actually stay till the end of the promo, because I have got 2 weeks to play on Escaping Free to Play, which we'll do a video starting him off at some points in the week as well. I might just try and keep myself a day or two ahead, just so I've got enough content for you guys just to keep the videos flowing. But if anything changes, I always drop it on community tab as well. Speaking of community tab, I have dropped something on there to see if you guys are interested in seeing some 07 content. I know being a main like RS3 sort of content creator, it can be a little bit hit and miss to move your audience to the old game, but sailing is coming to 07. I do have a max account. I would probably want to max that account as well. And if you guys want to see it, I can do a little bit of a video just building the bank back up, and then we can go and push for the sailing content as well. But I'll put the link to the poll in the comments. Let me know what you think, and as always, we'll go off what you guys want to do. But yeah, so this is pretty much the money maker. Again, you have all those different divination ways of doing it. I would only recommend doing the divine conversion, the vacuum, or if you have the GP available, do the memory dowser. But I will put the warning out again. The memory dowser is very volatile. Yes, it is a really nice upgrade for me because it makes this so much more AFK, but it is very expensive. It has a big chance of dropping. And in a minute, with the price of incandescent energy, you can't guarantee you're going to make profit quick. It's probably going to take me either 2 weeks of like doing this to pay off the memory dowser. And then what I'm hoping for is that the last wills are what's going to give me the profit. Because what I really want, I want to chance at a pumpkin. I want to chance at a pumpkin mask. And I actually want to come out of a seasonal event actually making some profit chasing these down. Because whenever I've done the Christmas stuff, yes, I've got lucky once, but normally I don't. So I'm going to really try and do it. And I know you guys love the loot video as well, so hopefully we can do something with that as well. But In terms of some more content coming up, 7-day bond is going to return, and we're going to do a little money making method for that. Very similar to this sign of context to the video, but a bit more in depth because the method it's going to do just is in divination. And then the escaping free to play series will start as well. So just before we finish, I'll run you through the info. I have the invention set for divination, which will give me the XP boost. It's also nice as well for all the other stuff, like in terms of the chronicles and all the other stuff as well. Obviously, we've got the memory dowser. I've got the enchanted yak twee stick for the chance of extra hunter XP as well, and just got another enriched wisp as well, which is why you do this on a community world, is that you have a chance to get enriched wisps so much more, which the XP will just be better. What I'm going to do though, because it's going to be a nice little project, and I'm going to have a couple of little projects running on the side for videos a little later on, maybe in November as well. I'm actually going to reset my divination cards because I'm really interested to see how much XP I'm going to get just from doing this. But yeah, that's pretty much all I needed. I'm going to be using the Grace of the Elves, Bridge for Gods, and I'm going to be doing the Spirit's Traction Potion. Who knows, we might get lucky with the HSR. But that's going to be it. So hopefully for the next couple of weeks, if you want to come bump into me in game, I'll be on World 79 using my brand new memory dowser. Hopefully we can make some profit, film some other content, get some editing done as well. So I'll very much have this in the corner of the screen, not paying attention unless it's a new wisp there as well. But let me know if you know any better ways of getting some last wills. I've gone for this method just because of the consistent XP drops. I think archaeology would be very good as well. But 7-day bond will be coming with a video just to kind of run through what the plans are for it. And also there's some clips I've got to backlog and edit as well. But going to wrap the video up there. Like I said before though, 6 mil per hour from this. You don't need to do the memory dowser, divine conversion or the divine amatic. Incandescents are still very good. But again, if you wanted to try something different, the lower tier energies is very, very good. Divination is still, in my opinion, top 3 AFK skills. Like it's so good. But I think with the memory dowser being so expensive, I put it off for a while because once you've tried the memory dowser once, that's the only way you want to train the skill. But we'll see. But during this sort of slight ramble during the half video, we have made a total of 500k, which is okay, but that is a very cheap price for incandescent energies. But like I said, we'll try different ones. We'll be back in 2 weeks when we're going to go and hand in all our last wills, see how much we can make from it, and see if we can actually not lose money. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.